All right, so today we're taking a look at the Soundpeats Capsule 3 Pro. And in a lot of ways, these remind me of the Earfun Air Pro 3 that I recently reviewed. Spoke very highly of those earbuds, and these are very similar. Now, as far as price, these are coming in at 70 bucks, but as usual, they are doing a promotional price of $48.99, I believe. So check the description for the details on that. And they're also doing a giveaway of sorts. I'm not exactly sure of the details at this moment, but I'll put that information down in the description as well. So let's go ahead and take a look, starting off with the case. As you can see, very compact, very pocketable. You've got a matte finish pretty much all the way around. And then on the bottom is where you have your Type-C charging port. Nice case, simple, straightforward, gets the job done. You do have some relatively strong magnets holding these in place as well. Now, as far as the earbuds, obviously they're using the stem style design, and they've got kind of this black and almost gold, maybe rose gold color scheme going on, which does look really, really nice, especially with that Soundpeats logo there on the touch surface. And speaking of the touch surface, they are using touch sensitive controls, and they almost give you access to everything. So something that Soundpeats has been doing a lot lately is giving you a ton of controls. You can play and pause, you can track forward, you can switch between your noise cancellation modes. You can activate the gaming mode that's built into these earbuds. But with a lot of their earbuds lately, they haven't been giving you the option to track backwards. So for me personally, for something like, say gaming mode, I would prefer to just control that within the Soundpeats app and then just have my ability to track backwards directly from the earbuds. But that's just me. So if Soundpeats, if you're watching this, maybe, consider adding that to your future earbuds. I just like having that ability straight from the earbuds. Now, as far as specs, these are running Bluetooth 5.3, codecs, you got SBC, AAC, as well as LDAC. So they are high-res compatible. And for those of you that have never experienced LDAC, does it give you a night and day difference in terms of sound quality? Not exactly. It's very, very small. I mean, you really have to be paying attention and really kind of nitpicking your music to pick up on the difference. But the best way I can explain it is that it just kind of tightens up the overall sound. It kind of cleans it up just a tad bit more. So if you're looking for the best overall audio experience that you can get, you might want to check it out, if you have a compatible device. Now, in terms of battery life, these do have some really good numbers. They're giving you around 8 hours on a single charge, with a total of about 52 hours once you factor in the case. So you're getting some really good reserve battery life from the charging case itself. Now, going back to the whole LDAC high-res audio, that is going to eat into your battery life pretty significantly. So instead of around 8 hours, you're going to be looking at closer to 4.5 hours, especially if you're using noise cancellation on top of the LDAC. In terms of water resistance, these have an IPX5 rating, so sweat, light splashes of water, as usual, not going to be an issue. Just make sure you don't try to completely submerge them or go swimming or something crazy like that. So like I mentioned, these remind me a lot of the Earfun Air Pro 3. And on paper, one of the biggest differences is going to be the lack of wireless charging. With the Air Pro 3, they do have wireless charging. With the Soundpeats Capsule 3 Pro, they do not. So if wireless charging is not a big deal to you, obviously that doesn't matter. But if that is a feature that you're looking for, clearly you will have to look elsewhere. So in terms of active noise cancellation and transparency mode, I would without question put these right up there with the Earfun Air Pro 3. And you might be wondering why I keep referencing the Air Pro 3. It's because those are the most recent budget noise canceling earbuds that I've reviewed. And I really, really like those earbuds. So, those are up there in terms of budget ANC earbuds on my personal list. So I feel like that's a good benchmark to kind of reference against these right here. So overall ability in terms of canceling out noise, these are right up there with those. And they do a really great job with lower frequency sounds in particular. Some of your higher frequency sounds like voices do still find their way through, but overall, especially considering the price point, excellent active noise cancellation. And same for the transparency mode. Is it the best of the best? Not quite, but at the same time, it's not that far off. And again, considering the overall price point, you're definitely getting your money's worth. Now let's go ahead and talk sound quality. So we already touched on the high-res audio and how that can impact the sound. And to me, I mean, it's hard to complain about the sound quality on these earbuds. I feel like they give you a very well-balanced sound. And what stands out to me the most is definitely the treble and the clarity and just the high end in general. With the Soundpeats app, you do have custom EQ controls. So you've got a list of different EQ presets to choose from, and you can customize your own. And for me, I really like the rock and roll preset, believe it or not. Even though I don't really listen to rock and roll, I feel like it kind of bumps up the treble, balances out the mids and highs very nicely, also maintains that punch in terms of the low end, and it gives you a really good sound stage. And compared to the other EQ presets, I feel like some of those just kind of muddy up the sound, but definitely I recommend checking out that rock and roll preset. And aside from that, I really just been enjoying the Soundpeats Classic preset, which is just the default preset straight out of the box. Now, in terms of bass, these do have really good punchy bass, not quite as aggressive as the Earfun Air Pro 3, but at the same time, it's not lacking one bit. So if you want a more bass heavy type of sound, you can definitely achieve that with these. But like I said, for me, the highlight is definitely the treble and the clarity. In terms of volume, I haven't really gone past like 60–70%. So I think just based off that alone, they definitely do get loud. So if you're that person that likes to blast your eardrums, I think you'll be safe with these. Like I mentioned earlier, these do have a dedicated gaming mode. So if you're looking for the best overall latency performance, you can definitely take advantage of that. And all you have to do is either triple tap on the left earbud to activate the gaming mode, or you can go into the Soundpeats app to activate it as well. And speaking of the Soundpeats app, it can be a little finicky, and it does this weird thing where if you click around too fast in the app, it kind of tells you and it won't respond. So you kind of have to take your time navigating through the app. And as long as you do that, it should work just fine. All right, so what you're listening to is a microphone test of the Soundpeats Capsule 3 Pro. So this should give you a general idea as to how you would sound if you decide to take a phone call in a quiet environment. Now let's see how they sound once we add some background noise. All right, so now we got some crowd noise being played on a speaker. So this should give you a rough idea as to how you would sound if you take a phone call in a more noisy environment. So overall, at this point, I mean, we're pretty much spoiled when it comes to options as far as true wireless earbuds, and these are another excellent pair added to the list. Now, one thing I will say is that these will be a great pair to check out if you've been curious about the whole high-res audio thing and you've just been hesitant to, spend X amount of dollars. Because like I said, you can pick these up right now for only $48.99. I'll put the link down in the description, and you can kind of see what the whole high-res audio thing is about. So aside from that, as always, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.